go ahead and praise
Yahawah, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash.
a double honor to our teachers, the head apostles, elders, great millstone, peace, love, say teach to the folks in the lit. Just like that again, we got to prophesy against America, man.
Good. This is Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
You see, that's the job of the prophet, man. This lifetime to set our face against Mount Seir, which is ultimately Esau and his enterprise man America, man. You know, and let you know, hey, Yahawashi shot against this place, man. You see?
And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
Hey, you come with us said the Lord, man. This ain't our own word, man. You know, hey, the Lord against you, you know, so-called white man. See, hey, and Israel, because we follow after his way, man. See that?
It says, And I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
See? Hey, America is gonna be most desolate, man. Hey, you ain't gonna be able to. Ain't no archaeologists coming to America after this place. Like they go to Sodom and Gomorrah, or they go to Egypt or view the pyramids and shit. Or you even got Mount Seir. You know, motherfuckers go to Mount Seir and they look at the remainings. You ain't gonna have the remainings of America, man. You see, this place is gonna be the most desolate, man.
That's it.
You see?
If I may, it says stretch out his hand, man. The Lord gonna send Yahawashi to do his work, man. And it's gonna be quick work. The Lord says it's gonna only take 1 hour. Verse 4, it says, And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
You know, see, motherfuckers consider that thing. You know, and even the Lord will make an atheist consider, man. You know, some shit that have an atheist like, my God. Let's know that America was judged by a higher power, man. You know, by the destruction that's gonna take place, man. The Lord gonna wipe America off the map, man. See, that's why he tell you. That's why he tell you in the book, 2 Peter, he say, hey, what manner of man are you being all for the conversation with God? Hey, knowing the destruction that's coming, man. You see, America finna be destroyed. America finna be sieged. You see, before the destruction even take place. You know, the power finna go out. You see, your food finna run dry, your water gonna run dry. You see, it's gonna be a new reality. You know, and that's gonna contribute to that place, this place being desolate, the cities being waste. You know.
It says,
real quick. Book of Jeremiah 30 and 24. The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he has done it. It says, until he has performed the intents of his heart. So that's really what's written within the scriptures. The intents of Yahawashi is written what the scriptures promise. Which his perfect will is to destroy America, man. That's to sum it all up. You know, we're going to cap it out. Just going back to, he ain't going to know I'm the Lord. It's when the Lord destroyed America. Because he plagued Egypt, and his name was glorified. But over the course of time, they probably acknowledged what happened in Egypt. But they forgot who did. But when America is destroyed, before you even say something about America, you're going to say Yahawashi now shot. You know?
if I may, what it say, you want to know it after death by faith?
I'm thinking about that scripture. For the second Ezra 15. There. Okay, go. Praise the Lord. That's the key word is Lord.
Yep.
It's like finish it off. It says, until he had performed the intents of his heart, in the latter days ye shall consider it.
See, and the latter days you gonna consider it, man. So you gonna consider the Lord, hey, the ultimate American now consider the Lord, man. His ways were pretty much abolished as it stands as a mountain, you know. So they ain't considering him in the latter days when the plagues start panning out, when everything the prophets were saying started to show in the earth. Then you gonna start to consider. That's when you gonna start to seek. You tell you that Amos, they went to and fro. You see, then that's when you gonna start to seek the name of the Lord. You gonna start to seek His counsel. You gonna understand that this was the way of life, man. You know.
God, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, Yahawashi, ye children of Israel.
Yep, see, so this counsel is written to you children of Israel, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. Oh, yeah, you got it.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land,
Yep, see why?
because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land.
Yep, and that ultimately go back to Esau. You know, he pretty much abolished the ways of Yahawashi and Rawchaa. You know, he said that in Revelation 11 chapter. He said, well, our Lord was crucified. You know, they go into his heritage, you know, his image, his characteristics. You know, a Christian give you towards love, man. He bring out precept, you know, God is love. You know, but they don't go into Exodus where he tell you that he a man of war, man. You know?
By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they broke out, and blood touches blood.
That's pretty much the vibration of America. You see, also because the ways of the Lord was abolished, so now you got a society of iniquity, man. Everybody walking out of their own vain opinion and imagination, man. That's why the Lord gonna wipe that place clean.
Therefore shall the land mourn.
You see, the land gonna mourn, man. He said all the people of the land do language. Hey, America promote pride, man. Hey, pride drive this place. If you in America, you outside the council. Hey, 9 times out of 10, you prideful, man. You know, you can't hearken to the words of the Lord it's because you proud. You know, hey,
It's like, can I say, it's like us. Yeah, I'm gonna say, to add your point, that's a great point. Yeah, even when you, let's say, like the average American, when they go to work and they foreshadow, they forecast, they say, if I get 40 hours, I get this many hours, then I can do this. That's a level of pride. It don't have to be just in the traditional sense you got your goals, though. When you discredit Yahawashi now shot, scripture says acknowledge him in all thy ways. So when you don't apply the idea that there's a higher power that's driving you, then that's an act of pride. You know? So it's just to add to your point. Everybody outside this council that put with us, for example, is Lord willing. You know, even if I say, hey, I'm gonna step over here to the side, you know, hey, Lord willing, I'll be right back. And I just wanted to add that point. You got that.
Real quick, what you saying, because that's pride, because you ain't acknowledging something that controls your destiny, right? Control your fate. You saying that I did, I, you know what I'm saying? That's a prideful statement. Man, people say that. You know, man, people say it, they don't say it, to be proud, but really, you think about it,
It's something, but it's due to your ignorance.
Right.
You're not doing Yahawashi now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So these are the things that are going to contribute to these fatalities. All right? The Jeremiah, the contribution, the future fatalities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The great miseries, the fatalities, and they already been jumping off, man. All right. Oh, remember, did y'all hear the story of the girl walking in front of the train? Yeah. That was judgment, man. All right.
Hey, real quick, really fall in the spirit of Esau.
Right.
But that's the ultimate spirit Esau is, man. Proudful spirit. You know, this, what's that, Obadiah? Pride in our heart, has deceived you. Right. Down and dwelling in the cliffs of the rock, self in his heart. Who shall bring me down to the ground, man? Woo. So you saying shit, ain't nobody can fuck with me.
Right. Can I say these niggas, and I'm going to say it with a R-E-R at the end of it. You niggers. You follow suit, man. Right? Niggers. Hey, I'm gonna give you an example. Esau, you see them, they march, they had a little hard break, they run into their step, they jump. You know, that's pride. They think that they're gonna contribute to living. They think that they're gonna put in the work to live. You know, that if I work out, I'm gonna live.
That's true. And the scripture say, bodily exercise profits
Living. Now, it profits. But it profits little because, again, you can't negate the fact that there's a higher power. Well, I remember years ago, the apostle brought out an excellent example of, what's that broad, Jackie Joyner Kersey?
Oh, yeah.
She was the most athletic bitch. Yeah. Right? And she dropped that. And this a nigga who was on his 350,000 camel hump. Right? Yeah, hundreds. And he's still living. This nigga keep rallying. Right. Rally napkins. Don't let him get you no rally napkins. Yeah. In your console.
Beepers. No, my bad. Checkers.
Oh, yeah. Hey, but that,
Yeah. Kind. Crystals, yeah. Up north you got White County, down south you got go ahead, slide that.
yeah, but that's an example, right? Of that being a higher power that controls the destiny of men. You know? You can't conjure up life. You exercise. I mean, it benefits. It's good to work out and do that. But we do it in understanding the spirit that that's not going to add a cubit-sized statue or a second-time life. But on the flip side, Esau believed that shit. That's why you see these devils. Oh, we saw two devils. As cold as it is, they were jogging, man, sweating.
Just going back to like you said, the spirit of Esau, all the way to the sands. See you next week.
Right.
It's James 4:13. Go to now ye that say today or tomorrow. Go to now ye that say today or tomorrow.
Right, and that's the vibration in this system. All right, like the brother said, see you next week. Oh, they just did it. They just did it. I see you, you know. You see that? The spirit, man. All right, or like you actually hear that saying, same time, same place. You know, that's pride, man. That's the pride that contributes to the pride that's on display here in Babylon the Great, the land of confusion, man. And what makes it the land of confusion is because they haven't quite come to the true understanding of a higher power. And see, that was only given to Israel, and in particular the elect, the beloved city, man. The elect. Go ahead.
It says, go to now ye that say today or tomorrow.
Oh, we read James. Yep.
It says, go to now ye that say today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year.
Right, see that? Hey, and you know that has a prophetic overtone to it as well. Hey, because when you consider the so-called white man and his diabolical plans, is to dwell in a certain city. The new world, that new city that he's looking to build, the new world order. That's the spiritual overtone. Matter of fact, continue, you don't see.
It's like, we will go to such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell.
And buy and sell, man. Read Revelation the 13th chapter that speaks about the bridge, if you will, to the new world order. That's going to be cemented by the Quran, in which no man will be able to buy or sell. That means conduct business, man. All right? Hey, because when you look at the blueprint of these devils, which we already been given the ISAB to see what they're trying to do. They want to get rid of the undesirables, and you have to reach a certain quota to function in that system. You know, the useless eaters, as it were. Or what's that Twilight Zone? The librarian. That's a cold Twilight Zone. There's a chilling look into the future, man. And that's what these devils. So that's why in the spirit, that's talking about Esau, and it's covering all bases. From something as subtle as you saying, I'm gonna wake up today and I'm gonna go to Atlanta and I'm gonna do some business and come back and don't acknowledge the Lord, to something that's extreme as you looking into the future and say you're gonna build an entire city and operate and function. When it's Yahawashi who controls your destiny, man. Go ahead, read again.
It said, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow.
Right, you don't know the future, which tomorrow is done. Oh, the only ones who know what's on tomorrow is the prophets. Okay? We have been given that ability. We have been given power. We got spiritual powers up there. We can tell you your future. You know? We can tell you how you're going to die. All right? We're going to just say, pick a number. We're going to say, hey, get Jeremiah 15 chapter. Start at the top and you pick a number. See? Go ahead.
It says, but what is your life? It is even a vapor.
Right, and that shows you right there when you read Wisdom of Solomon. Is that Wisdom of Solomon, a fifth chapter? Our life is going to second chapter. Wisdom of Solomon, second chapter. You know, our life is but a mist. So really, everything is a build-up. Hey, it goes back to what y'all opened up with, Ezekiel 35th chapter. Set thy face against Mount Seir. You think Yahawashi switched it up? Or the New Testament switched the momentum? No, it's talking about the same offender. And how ironic we here, all right? You can't tell me that this thing is not accurate because we could go into our pocket and pull out the currency and it's an Edomite face on it. Just like in the ancient Roman Empire. Well,
it says, for what is your life? It is even a vapor.
woo!
Now,
And again, you know, like a pastor can read that and can scold you. You know, he can say, yo, later pastor, without the understanding, without the Holy Spirit, can read that and get that from it. Your life is but a vapor, you know. But what's the spiritual overtone to that? See? That's the build up to the fall of America, man, and the so-called white man's reign of terror. That's why I said, go down to you rich man. All right? So, see, that's actually talking about a certain person. That's talking about the rule. And that goes to Lazarus and the rich man, you know, 5 times. That goes back to the 5 bankers, man. All right? Amshel, the Bowers, which when you go into that word Bower, it goes into the peasants. And that's the so-called white man, all right? The Rawchas, the Red Shields. Well, and that's why they want to shut us down. You know? Well,
it says, it is even a vapor. They appear for a little time.
and see that? Come on, man. And so it's the same song. All right? When you read that with understanding spiritual lenses, you see where it all leads right back to the fall of the so-called white man. That's why the scripture said, who could but prophesy? All right? This thing is not just coming together talking shit, man. You know? You're not going to catch it with a panel of guys. No. The spirit we in is to prophesy. In which the prophecy, by default, leads to expounding on the fall of the so-called white man.
It says, it is even a vapor that appear for a little time, and then shall vanish away. Woo! For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will.
If the Lord will. And the only ones who are going to say that or make that acknowledgement is those of the elect, man. And it's about the fear of the Lord. Those who fear the Lord often spake on his name. What's that? Malachi, 3rd chapter. Right. So we're given by the fear of the Lord. All right? The Lord briefed us on his true nature. You know that's the Lord that kills babies and shit like that. Here it is, you can be a tough killer, but the sight of a baby, you'll change your mind. Now I'm going to give him a hand. You know somebody got that baby in the stroll? That don't apply to you, how about outside?
What that is, shit. You told my channel what it is.
Yeah, no white face. Okay, yeah.
Look at you now. Look at you.
Oh, yeah.
The rest
got all messed up.
Yeah, you got messed up.
Got emotional, man.
Yeah, man.
The social was,
Told you no fucking kid. You know?
look at you now.
Look at you now. Rolled up my brain down right.
And fucked up $1 billion.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
Yeah.
And he was a Jake.
Yeah, man.
He was benevolent.
Yeah, he was. Fucked it up, man. That got him fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Disobeyed orders. Like you say, he gained a soft spot.
Yeah, he begun. Hey, that's why we have been, see, we the stone. The Lord raising up stone. Who have seen such a thing? And y'all don't see the chat room. He's celebrating. He's celebrating the drummer, man. Yeah, y'all don't know about those chat room. That's a yes. Right? Oh, yeah. Yep. And he might, he might be one of them boys, man. Because they out here in the field. Remember that one who walked up on him? He showed us ID. He actually went back. What was it? Was it the Rawchaa? I believe it was a Rawchaa. Yeah.
Rawchaa, okay.
And he was just out there, man. And I knew he wasn't a regular homeless guy. Because first of all, we out here. We in the street. We've been out here teaching for years. We know who's who. Then you can see he had on the ACG boots, the all conditioner built. He had the book bag, you know. And he wanted to get a glimpse at the practice. See that? See that, man?
Yeah.
Go ahead, dog.
It says, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this and that.
Right, if the Lord will. And that's our mentality. Lord will it. Like if I was to walk off now, right? And I'm going to get a coffee. This big man called the cops, step inside, called the cops on that. Like, so I think they can step out. Y'all see me step out, man. Nigga, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? Right here, man. But I was going to say, like, if I was to step out to do whatever in the restroom, if I don't physically tell you, Lord willing, in my mind, I'm going to be thinking, yeah, Lord will, you know? Lord will, bro. Right. You know, you step in the kitchen, Lord will, man. Because the Lord, man, Lord can cut. Hey, man, when you think about it, even King David said, you think about these things. Because think about it, right? When you really consider that your next breath ain't from you, think about that. Like your next literal breath is not up to you.
Right.
You see that? But the only ones going to come into that fear is the elect, man. Which, you know, you have certain to come in, they might not be numbered amongst the elect. You know what proves that? Because they lack a fear. You guys come in and they operate in a certain spirit. Like, what the? That proves that they never really feared. They didn't get what it was about. Yeah, you got something? Yeah.
Okay, good. This book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful, or should I say plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. He says, and he said, this will I do. I will pour down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods, and I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years.
See that? And again, that's another one of those precepts that applies across the board.
Right.
You know, just from some old nigga with a 401k, you know, old Cadillac driving nigga, man. And you old chicks, you gonna get into old church, shucking and jocking, chicken fried, chicken niggas, man. Because you can't tell a nigga like that. You know, a nigga who put in a lot of work, he got a 401k, and he thinks to himself he has much saved up for much years. But that's just one side of the spectrum. That also applies to the extreme of the rulers. And which that's what these brothers are typically do. They're typically tear down this system and rebuild another. Right? It's not these devils looking to tear down the dollar and translate over into a digital currency. Smart cities, which this is a smart city, you know, around these parts, you know, in all these different metropolitan areas. Like this devil trying to translate over to a global, you know, system. And it's all an effort to press the reset button so you can understand. Go ahead.
It says, and I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool.
Right, see, thou fool. Go ahead.
This night, thy soul shall be required of thee.
Right, so that proves right there that there's a higher power that controls your spirit, right? And again, from the extreme of just someone wandering aimlessly through the streets of Babylon the Great to the elites. the Lord controls your life. You know? Or what's this one guy, he just got to the banker, one of the more infamous, Evelyn.
Rawchaa.
Yeah. And also, what's the other one who had the 7 heart transplant? Yeah, and that wasn't it with that nigga. That nigga was harvesting organs. Yeah, that nigga had a factory full of organs when his liver go out. Call in an Israelite organs, because they know that, you know, we are more vibrant, lively people. Yeah. Go ahead. That was on that.
No, just real quick, like you were saying, going back like the elder said, man, that puts your mind in the elite. Because they don't rich man, man. You know, but what fucks them up and what makes them that truly rich man is, like we said in Obadiah. And they're what that was you said, they planned to 20, 23 or something like that. I can't remember. 23 or something like that. But really, yeah, that's it. You look at you get a schedule of a NFL football season or NCAA football season, basketball. You see the schedule of a fucking 21 Savage, somebody. This motherfucker, you looking 2 years into the future. I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be there. Yeah, man, that would make you foolish, right? Because you planning about a time that you're gonna control.
Like, can I say too, like you consider the NFL, right? They got schedules set up for you guys.
Exactly.
Hotels booked, planes booked, you know, for the next couple of years, man. Oh, yeah. That's a product of being a Babylonian, a Chaldean. The witchcraft of America, which witchcraft really goes into the rebellion of the Chaldeans. The scriptures say, suffer not a witch to live, right? Which America is that witch, for real.
Right.
That's why she got that golden cup in her hand.
Right. Was it Isaiah 47? Daughter of the Chaldean.
Daughter of the Chaldean. She's the witch that the Lord not going to suffer to live. Yeah. And she's going to be burned.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And that's why we, right?
Yeah.
That's the law being in.
That's
the Lord going to be honoring the law when it's destroyed.
That's true.
Everybody going to go cast those phones on. Hey, can I say real quick? The product, all of you, again, like the brother said, everybody outside of this circle, so you can understand. The reason is not based upon the testimony of Yahawashi. They are nothing more than the underlings, you know. What would you call them little motherfuckers? Minions. You little motherfuckers, man. Minions, man. That's what you are. Because you have taken after the so-called white man, like the brother said. It's nothing for a motherfucker to say, where you see yourself 5 years from now.
Right.
You better ask us that. Like, you ask me the question where I see you 5 years from now. I'm gonna say, hold up, somebody give me Jeremiah 15 chapter.
Yep. Luke 6:12 and 20. But the Most High said unto him, thou foolish, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. It says, then who shall these things be that thou hast provided?
Yeah, so everything that you laid up is going to go to someone else. Even King Solomon spoke about that vexation of spirit, and who is to know if the one come after you will build, according. But we know in this case, you're going to leave over everything. We're going to get the spoils, right? He's not going to attempt to escape with the spoils, but the Lord is going to preserve the spoils to us. Really, that's the whole work. And the billion of it, and not just the planet Earth, but throughout the universe. So-called white man know that. That's why they got space suits. They're driven by the outer limits.
Luke 12 and 21. So is he that layeth up riches for himself is not rich towards the Most High.
Yep.
It's Proverbs 27:1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what.
Yeah, and that's the ultimate act of pride. You boasting in tomorrow as if you control your own destiny. And that ultimately applies to Esau and those minions. Okay, we just say Esau because he's on trial. But there's a such thing as, what would you call it? Not associates, but affiliates. That's one of them. Yeah, acquaintance, that's one. Yeah, accessory. Yeah, you're accessory to it. You're an accessory to the crime. Right? So that applies to all of you. And you have to prove that. Isaiah 13 and 15. Whosoever is joined unto them. And also, Ecclesiastes the 10th chapter, as the ruler of the city is, such as they that dwell therein. But I want to add another quick point, right, to what you just read. Both not in tomorrow. We went into it. I don't know if you remember a couple years back. I believe that was it.
That was like that's what I was trying to say because you brought out earlier that they were running.
Jake. Oh man, that's good. Yeah. Now you see Jake following suit, man. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they follow after Esau. Fucking man. And that's the sacrifice you making. You know, it's cold and I'm gonna live. Come on, man. That's good, man. They make it up. Yahawah cold, bro. Come on, man. We've been sitting for your call on Yahawah. They got the little, they monitor their heartbeat, how many steps they take. Right? And then they go and they go home and they check, yep, I ran 100 steps. Yeah, and then the app says, yep, you just added 5 years of shit to your life. Get the fuck out of here. That's pride. Now, you say, both not in tomorrow. We went into a lesson where these devils, brace yourself now, these devils actually have plans all the way up to the year 2100. Yep. You know? They actually do. But that proves, you know what that proves too? Reincarnation. For the higher ups, you know, they on the left hand, they understand, they have a certain level of understanding, you know, that transcends these regular people out here. They know about reincarnation, man. So that's why they plan so far out. And they put an emphasis on securely, you know, having that grip on power so that it will assure their little ones and their little ones after that, their little ones to the generation when they come back. And it'll be a soft landing. You came back, oh, yep, you're still in power. But it's heavy, man. Scriptures tell you that Lazarus and the rich man, that's a bad power. When they come back this time, they're going to come back in the kingdom of heaven. Just like how you was born to an apartment, right? You know? Yeah, we was born to paying power bills. Yeah, deal in your name. But that's in the scripture. The scripture say, curse shall you be when you go in, and curse shall you be when you go out. But guess what? In the world to come, Edomites you're gonna descend down into the kingdom of heaven. You're gonna be born in a slave quarter. George Bush, what some of these motherfuckers Christopher Cologne, we kept you. Andrew Jackson. And we closing in on Thanksgiving Day. You know what motherfucking crap? Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's Brian. That bitch bull. Real Thanksgiving. Mother coming out the womb. Right. Thanks for giving me this motherfucker. You know what motherfucker? That bitch bull funk. Oh yeah, that motherfucker. And them motherfuckers, I'm saying this in the spirit. They gonna know. They gonna know when they come out the womb, man. That's gonna be a part of that double. Those scriptures speaks about double. See, we was oblivious, you know, just kids, you know, the devil's gonna come out with like a certain reasoning on their face. You know, like a baby, so they have that type of, you know, real tough. As you just come out that motherfucker looking around and shit. And the Lord bad because when you a baby, you got no power, you can't run. Yeah, he lifted his eyes in hell. That's how the mother gonna come out the womb and look up in hell. Right. And that hell is gonna be the kingdom of heaven. Boy, we're about to get into that parable, man. Yahawashi summarized it beautifully, man. And it was telling, all right? Especially if we break it down to like a
Father Abraham,
right, yep.
Have mercy, you know. So they show you that's that dope, man. You're gonna have a certain sense. He stayed a man. Why?
Yep. They are part of the mercy. He was oblivious. Like, you know, that's why the scriptures tell you with much knowledge comes much sorrow. Like, that was gonna come and they're gonna know, man. Now, it tells you that the Lazarus and the rich man. And hell, they're gonna open up his eyes. The queen, that thief, she stole, man, that bitch stole everything. The scepter and all that. She stole everything. Yeah. You come on, too, bro. Yeah, come on.
I got that word boast. Strong's H, 1984. It says, to make a fool of, make into a fool.
Yeah, so that's what you're doing to yourself, man. All right, read it again.
It says, to make a fool of.
Yeah, you're making a fool of yourself when you say something beyond your control, man. All right, boasting about tomorrow. Go ahead.
Make into a fool.
Yeah, make into a fool, man. What is that, Proverbs 20 and 24? Man's goings are of the Lord. Right. Meaning, you got to go. Hold on. Yeah, that meaning your footsteps, man. Meaning your next movement. That's why it says man's goings. The way you're going to go is of the Lord. Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. So how can a man then understand his own way? Like, make a wrong turn. Motherfucker rear end, you fuck your shit up. Everything in your mind, damn, if I would have went this way, if I would have. That's out of your control, man. That's something you can't understand. So I said, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Go ahead, bro.
It says to act madly.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You being a madman. You being a madman. You know what I'm saying? Speaking out of turn, man. When you're speaking about tomorrow, or really, like the other brother said, the next second, man. You don't control the next second. You know, we live in second by second, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It says, act like a madman.
Yeah, act like a madman, meaning what? You put forth actions that a madman would put forth, which is being boastful about a later date. Go ahead. Yeah, that's it.
Proverbs.
They can trip to his ears are being deprived.
Right.
Pretty much
True,
don't put himself in the corner.
True.
He's his own instructions.
That's it.
Proverbs 27:1, it says, boast not
I'll
thyself.
strike you real quick. Let me get this precept right here just to add to what the brother is saying.
That is book of Proverbs 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord.
Right, yeah. And that proves right there that, as we've been saying all night pretty much in this hearing, this applies, this is across the board. So man's going, like the brother said, something as subtle as you going about your way, you might get into a car accident or you sprawled out somewhere.
Starfish.
Yeah, you're a starfish. Or to the extreme of kings.
Right.
Yeah, nobody can escape the jurisdiction of Yahawashi.
That's it.
Hey, that's why like Kim Jong-un, they shoot off those missiles. They doing that because of the prophets being out, the mouthpiece of the Lord. We've been talking about, we got a Milsa sign, right? No, we got a Milsa sign? Huh? But why they shoot missiles, man? Why? The technology, like if you go to the junkyards, the aluminum, all these different things are going up, but they contribute to making more missiles, man. So how ironic, why we got a missile sign, and simultaneously the kings of the earth shooting off missiles with test fire, preparing for war? Because the king's heart is in the hand of Yahawashi. It said he turned it. Let's go back and read it again.
Yeah, he said the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will.
Right, he turned it. And that river of water goes with the flow, your movement, the current. All right, because the Lord turned it. All right, so come on, give me that.
Yeah, this the word rivers, Strong's 86388. It says channel, stream, small channel of water.
I want that term. It said, as the waters, he turned it. Right?
Yep, this the word turn. Strong's 85186. It says to stretch out, extend, spread out, pitch, turn, prevent, incline, bend, bow.
Yeah, bend, bow. Right, you can bend, and that's a saying too, bend the time. The Lord actually got the power to do that. Go ahead.
The second definition, it says to stretch out, extend, stretch, offer, to spread out, pitch, tent, to bend, turn, incline, to turn aside.
To turn aside. So you can be going about your way, and this applies to kings as well. You can say, no, we're going to have peace. We don't want to. Then the Lord turn that shit to the side. What's that? Ezekiel the 38th chapter. I will put hooks into thy jaws. Right? That's the hook, right? That's the Lord turning you whatsoever he see fit. Case in point, remember Ben Franklin? He wanted the bird, the national bird, to be a turkey, man. Right? He said, yeah, we're going to make the national bird a turkey. And the Spirit had it where they switched to an eagle. That was the Lord turning the hearts of men to fit prophecy. Like, come on, is there more than that? All right, come. Yeah, let's get the book around.
Going back to the hearts of kings. Revelation chapter 17, I started verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the horse, and make her desolate, and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Right, that's what God's saying for the fate of America, man. This the whore. Hey, this is a matriarch society. All right, it's a feminist society. That's why it's known as the whore. I just saw the video clip. It was like a short, man. I was up, man. I saw a short, man. Of this little. I tell you, I see the way Wade somewhere, man. I don't know what by him, you know what I mean? He like charge at that nigga, man. But him and what's the other guy? The Jimmy Butler guy. Y'all seen that one? See the clip with these niggas, these little shorts on, man?
Yeah, man.
One nigga had a bunny on.
Yeah. I think brother.
Yeah.
The nigga got the extensions.
Yeah. He did that shit over the
It's
summer,
nothing to
man.
see this nigga laying across the bed with a remote like a broad with a bunny.
Yeah, man.
Housewife, man.
Real talk, bro.
But that's an example of this being a matriarch society. It's not manly. You know, if you was to lash out at one of these guys, it's two things. One or two things. If they're effeminate, real effeminate, right? They're gonna just fall apart. You might call 911. And if it's just one of those gangster niggas, they're gonna turn that emotion into reaching for the strap. Because don't get it twisted, these niggas will shoot you there in jail for murder just because there was emotion. And there was a product of being under the water.
That's it. Yeah, real quick, man. Like, I blame that shit on LeBron James, man. These short ass goddamn shorts, man. Yeah, you think Larry Bird or some shit?
Right.
Isaiah Thomas type of ass shorts, man. You had the era, the 90s era, they fought to get rid of that shit.
Right, yeah.
That feminine look ass.
Yeah, they wanted to wear the long
So they wanted to wear the long shit.
Yeah, over the knees, don't be more manly.
Right. See, that let you know these cats is coming back right now, man.
Yeah.
That let you know who they are, man. Yeah, you gonna bring that era, man. Come
Yeah, man, soft.
Yeah, exactly.
But they got the one shot and them niggas make light of it.
Yeah.
But a big hoochie daddy nigga, man, like 6'2",
Right.
come out the house. You saw that one, man?
Right.
But he tried to put it into like a skit where he was down in the society. He said in the 90s, this is how they came out the house. And
Right.
he came out, you know, then he said, but now this is how they come out the house.
Yeah.
But he actually came out with the coochie colors, man.
That fucked up, man.
That's a part of it.
That fucked up.
Right, yeah. He was waiting on the moment to wear the shit. He really
that
wanted,
what it was.
oh, like them niggas doing the Drake challenge. They want to act out their fantasy of being a homo.
Right. Right. That's why the Most High got to destroy this place. That's why I said even as Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, it's
The scripture say, Salakia, the scripture say, old daughter of Babylon ought to be destroyed.
That's what I'm trying to say.
The place ought to be destroyed.
That's what I'm trying to say. Ought to be destroyed, man.
You can't make one good case for this place being
No.
continued.
No, you can't.
Unless you perverse,
Yeah, true.
like if you're a flaming faggot,
Yeah.
you see the momentum shifting towards sympathy for the LGBTQ and different rights. You want it to survive.
Right.
But we want this place destroyed. Right? You don't know what you eat,
Right.
what you drinking, what you breathing. Oh, did y'all see the particles? I said,
Oh, yeah.
the particles, the dust particles,
Right. That's true.
contributing to cardiac arrest.
Right. Motherfucker have a heart attack.
Motherfucker having heart attacks. That's because the devil sprayed all these chemicals. It's like that thumbnail when you got that scientist over the earth. Y'all know that? Then he pouring the shit in the earth. The devil. That's his fault. Pouring shit into the earth, man. Like there's a chemist lab. Oh yeah. The motherfuckers coming out with Down syndrome and all that.
Yeah.
Like, what up?
Yeah, one more verse. It says, for the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
Yeah, read that part again.
God, it said, for the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
See, which complements what we just read in Proverbs 21st chapter, right? What's that Proverbs 21? Right? How the Lord turneth the hearts of kings whithersoever he will. So as touching World War III, which when you read Revelation the 17th chapter, you'll understand it. It's pretty much ahead of the World War III. But it's in the dark sand where the Lord is going to work on the minds of these kings. He's going to shape and fashion their thoughts to fulfill his will. And what's the will of the Lord? What's the perfect will of the Lord? To destroy America. And to deliver the elect from that destruction. You know, as the touching of adding to the Lord, if you will, of Yahawashi and his great power. That's going to go into the record. We're going to be in the kingdom talking about that, man. Go ahead,
God, it says, for the Most High
Hey,
have
can I say, you got these devils. We know that y'all the Edomites because you see that resistance. Why you devils don't promote King Solomon? You know what I'm saying? Why you devils have to saying that civilization started with the Greeks? Why you put a muzzle on true history? And your presentation is under the false tenth of Renaissance. The Renaissance, which that goes to the rebirth. So you scrapped up the truth and you came with your own I don't even know what that is. Like, that's how you put that shit name behind itself. A Civic. Yeah. It's just a car. Yeah, come on. Was that it?
can I finish it up? It says, for the Most High put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled.
See, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled, man. And where are the words of the Most High on display? Right here. All right? These different churches, these camps that sprung forth throughout America, Babylon, the Great, near and far, for that matter, throughout the planet Earth, on all these different continents, throughout the islands. That's where the word of the Lord rests. Well, guess what? According to what the brother just read, until these words be fulfilled, really nothing else can happen. Your intents and purposes can't offset the words of Yahawah. So the Lord said America gonna be destroyed. That's what it's gonna be. Yep,
it's the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and 21.
Yeah, start at verse 20.
All right, come. Daniel chapter 2 and verse 20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever.
Right. Yep, the name. Matter of fact, can we look at that word name right there? Scripture said, blessed be the name of the Lord forever and ever. Hey, this devil tried to hide Yahawah Shemel. He tried to cover up the true powers of heavens and earth with his own form of God. You know? Yeah, let's get that out too. That's like, can we read that? Read that again, and then get that word. Yeah, because again, this devil, he tried to, well, scripture say that, he covered the faces of the judges. Who is the ultimate judge? Get that. Psalm 70,
Oh, yeah.
when the scripture speaks about Esau covering the faces of the judges, all right, that applies to, you know, the prophets, you know, the patriarchs of the Bible, our forefathers such as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Hey, for example, like you might watch a documentary on the History Channel, they might go into the Bible with that. The images would be Edomites. Now they started to trying to change that now because the truth coming out. But you know, for the most part, they have Edomites set up, man. It don't have to be an Edomite. They can cover, they can have Elon being Abraham. That's still covering the faces of the judge. But the ultimate, let's find out who the ultimate judge they covered up. Go ahead.
God, this is Psalm 75. Start at 6. It says, for promotion comes neither from the east nor from the west.
Woo, promotion, man. But that goes in the rulership. That don't come from the east or the west. Go ahead.
Nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge.
The Most High is the what?
It's the judge.
It's the judge. See? Go ahead.
He put it down one and set him up another.
So when the scripture speaks about covering the faces of the judge, that includes the Most High, who is the judge. And how did this devil try to cover up the Lord? By giving you a pseudo form of God. You know? A white one. Right? That's crazy, man. You gotta look like you ought to be on, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, oh, yeah, come on, let's get that.
The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 12 again.
Like on Lord of the Rings, what on top. Man. Then they got the only begotten son betrayed. Y'all got that picture, right? Of this guy, man. You wouldn't open your door for, you know what I mean? Real talk. You look at your people and Cesare Borgia out there.
Grab a scrap.
Yeah, come on.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his.
Right, that's what they look up your word name.
Good. It says reputation.
Right, see? So that name goes far beyond just uttering the name. All right? The reputation comes with that. You can't come in the name of Yahawah outside, but you got a problem with the judgment that the Lord prepared. Or your idea is a more world-friendly form of teaching. No, it's a reputation that comes with that name. This is what's being acknowledged. This is what's being promoted in the earth. That there's a power that's ready to kill your ass.
Okay, I was just gonna say, the reputation is what? Halalyam.
Right, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Halalyam. Allah meaning power, Shaija meaning almighty. That terrible demon-like power, man. Almighty. See?
That has the power to kill.
That's it.
Has the power to starve you out. I didn't get a message. Go ahead, bro. Right, so the reputation of the Lord is being pushed in the earth again through the prophets. And see, that proves that we the men of the Lord, man. We say that humbly, right? That proves that we the prophets. That word prophet ain't as mystical as one might think either. Like you gonna find us in a secluded area somewhere, man. That word prophet simply means just to say before, to forecast, to project. You got something?
Yeah, the book of Psalms 145 and verse 4.
Yeah.
One generation shall praise thy works to another.
And that's where we at with it. The prophets have been raised up. And we that generation that's back. This is an ancient, the prophet's ancient, man. We back here today and we professing this great power to this generation. Oh, that's Proverbs the 25th chapter. That news from a far country. Right? That news from a far country. That goes into Matthew the 25th chapter. When scripture talk about how Yahawashi has gone to a far, long journey, man. That far country, really the spirit world. So the Lord brought his men back, raised us up with this message that America's going to be destroyed. Just like Noah was raised up. The prophesied about that system being overthrown at the hand of Yahawashi. Noah was putting them people on to the reputation of Yahawashi. Good, huh?
It says,
oh, which by the way, I looked this up, and I'm going to do a lesson on the Lord will soon. The spirit allows. You know how you can look up names, popular names, baby names? Guess what's number one? Noah, man. Real talk. I'm gonna send it to y'all, let y'all see it. I screenshotted it, man. Come on, man. The number one popular name of babies now in 2022 is Noah. Can't make it up. The presence of Yahawah, I'm gonna send it to y'all, I'm gonna let y'all see it. The presence of the Lord is in the earth, as promised. Go ahead,
it says, one generation shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts.
See, and shall declare thy mighty acts, and that's what we do. All right, we declare the mighty acts, and that word mighty goes into the judgments, man. All right, not literally, but it represents, that might represents the judgments of the Lord. When you show your might, do I show my might by being passive? Like, that's the mighty, and I come in the door like, you know, I don't want to make eye contact, you know what I'm saying? No, the might of the Lord is on the tornadoes and hurricanes and shit. All right, but in this case, it's going to be the arrows of the Lord. That's the weapon of choice for America, man. And that's going to submit his might. So that's why we declare it. That's why the brother got declared. This is an example of declaring the might of the Lord. Go ahead, Al.
I will speak of the glorious honor of his majesty.
See the glorious honor of his majesty. Okay, we have seen but a spark of his works, right? But we know about Sodom and Gomorrah. We know, a fine neighboring city. We know about the flood, like I mentioned. We know about Nineveh. That's the honor of Yahawashi. Remember, the Lord is God of war. Yeah, like a nigga, this soft world, right? A nigga would rather be introduced as the flyest, nigga. Now I'm coming to the stage, the flyest, fuck that. Dealing with an ancient power. Who's being introduced through his honor and might, and that goes back to his works. Right? And that's why the Lord is a strange power true God of the Bible explains to the people, man. Because you was conditioned to believe that he was soft, he was passive, he was waiting to forgive you at every offense. Hey, the Lord so bad, his eyes are too clear to behold wickedness, right? So what did he do? He cloaked us with the spirit of Yahawashi. It's not like the Lord cloaked us with a righteous spirit, the understanding, so he can even behold us. Go ahead,
It says, and of that wondrous works.
See, and of that wondrous works. Again, those wondrous works come in the form of the judgment of Yahawashi. Hey, when the power go out of the world, that's going to be one of the wondrous works of the Lord. When the famine began to descend upon America, Babylon the Great, that's going to be one of the wondrous, mighty acts of Yahawashi. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do to ward it off. I remember the old stories, niggas always talk about how they grandma worked for the miracle. Those food in the house, mother, somehow. No, you're not going to be able to fight off that family.
I'm saying that he'll come up with something.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna come up with nothing.
Yeah, he don't come up with nothing. He don't come up with nothing when the Lord strikes, man. And we closing in. The clock's ticking, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be heavy, man, when the judgments are in their perfection and their beauty, man. Come on.
God. It says, and men shall speak of the might of that terrible act.
See that? And men shall speak of the might of thy terrible acts. That's on display over here at Great Millstone, beginning with the apostles and elders, man, and the other brothers that teach likewise in like manner. All right? Who have not shunned away from introducing you to this great power. See, we would be doing you a disservice if we came out here playing with you, man. Telling you everything cool. Hey, brother, you know you're an Israelite? Man, fuck that, man. We're going to tell you that the Lord about to destroy this place in the hopes of, what the scripture say? Knowing the terror of the Lord. Knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Song. The breakdown. Hey, man, you heard that? The wind, you know, it comes back. Yeah. The terror of the Lord. This is what's being promoted. Hey, even Yahawashi was all about that. Because remember when the guy came to Yahawashi and said, oh, good master, Yahawashi flipped the whole conversation to fearing the Lord. He could have went anywhere with that. He said, no, I tell you what. Yeah, good. Oh, why call me good?
Yeah, that's it.
There's one. And then also, I told you who you should fear. He that has the power and jurisdiction to cast your body and soul in hell. All right? Being in the Lord can have you wake up with short leg, one leg this short.
Yeah.
Hey, hold up. Hey, that's why we out here. We out here to introduce you to this power, man. Who can do that to you? Fuck your mind up. You can see certain shit.
Scripture said, send them strong
Delusions. You at home at night, you hear shit.
Real talk. Oh, that remind me of the buddy with the, what was it, TikTok?
Oh, yeah.
The buddy was doing the TikTok. He had the stairwell behind him, a motherfucking apparition. Put his motherfucking head out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, that's some real shit right there, bro.
Hey, we don't even know the half of all this stuff.
But you hard. You a gangster.
Yeah, okay, we gonna see.
Okay,
that's another thing too.
Okay.
All you hard gangster niggas.
Real talk.
Let's see how you gonna react when what's that? Ecclesiastes the 2nd chapter.
Right.
What should you do when the Lord visits you?
Right.
Yep, go ahead.
It says, and men shall speak of the might of that terrible acts, and I will declare that greatness.
And the Lord has declared his greatness in the middle of the world. That's what we hear, to declare the greatness of the Lord. Okay, which obviously entails in the kingdom, the favor that will be bestowed upon us, seeing that the Lord will give us rulership over our enemies, dominion over. But ultimately, the greatness of the Lord comes in the form of His judgment. Let's prove that. Give me Psalm real quick now. You got it?
Psalms 9:16. The Lord is known by the judgment which He executes.
Yeah, read that again.
The Lord is known by the judgment which He executes.
See that? See, you've been introduced to Yahawashi outside this true nature. Right? The veracity of the God of the Bible, right? And that cancels out that BS of, this loving and kind and gentle. Now, yeah, the Lord being gentle with us. That's in the book of Isaiah the 45th. The Lord speaking comfortably to us, but He gonna open up on all you people out there, man. And that's how you're gonna get to know the Lord. You're not gonna have to break it down to you with a mechanical law. You're not gonna have to break what's that? Lamentation before the step? Right. That is he that died before. That was he that died with the hunger. We're not gonna have to break that down with that scarcity of harvest with the food pile. Yep,
It says, the Lord is known by the judgment which He executes. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgy say lie.
that's it. All right, so come on, you got something?
Psalm 89:14. He said, justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne.
Yep.
Mercy and truth shall go before thy face.
Yeah, read that one more time.
And he say, justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne.
Now it's heavy. When you go into the word habitation right there, it takes you back to the word basis. So like the foundation. Or somebody might say, look, the basis of my argument, or what I stand on. All right? So justice and judgment is the habitation of the throne of the Lord. The throne represents what? His jurisdiction, which can't be searched out. Matter of fact, can you give me that in, I think the second Ezra, yep, the 8th chapter. When you see that word throne, that goes to the jurisdiction of the Lord, man. His dominion. Because let's say, like, if I'm a general manager, a foreman, a supervisor, whatever, that's like a throne. That's a seat of power. But if you have a certain level of jurisdiction, like I control this work site. Everybody got to go through me. I call the shot. Well, the Lord's throne extends out the heavens, out the earth, and the Lord's throne actually stretches and reaches and extends to the minds of people. Like amongst us, my mind is mine. You don't have jurisdiction over my mind. But no, that don't apply to the Lord. The Lord actually controls everybody's mind as well. So that jurisdiction can't be the dimensions of the throne. Matter of fact, let's get it.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 20. O Lord, Yahawashi thou that dwellest in everlastingness, which beholdest from above things in the heaven.
Right, yeah, so the things in the heaven, the things that you look up to, the Lord look down on. Well,
And in the air,
see?
whose throne is inestimable.
See, whose throne is inestimable. You can't measure the throne, the dimensions. Now, you might read that with the naked eye, and you say the throne of the Lord is big, and that could be the case. But no, the spiritual overtone to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lord, gotta be big, man. That's thinking in the flesh, man. Okay? No, that unestimable throne means his jurisdiction. It can't be measured. Right. You can't put a cap on the jurisdiction of the Lord and everything he controls. Goddamn leaf fall from a tree, man, the Lord sanctioned it. And that ain't for the faith. That's serious, bro. Scriptures say that in a sparrow, man. Yeah, a literal leaf. When a leaf falls, that leaf do that under the jurisdiction of the Lord. Yes, come on.
God. It says, whose throne is inestimable. whose glory may not be comprehended.
Whose glory may not be comprehended, man. Okay? And again, we have been given yet but a spark of his work. But hey, that's our lot. That's our inheritance. It tells you that in Deuteronomy the 29th chapter, how the hidden things belong to the Most High, but the things which are revealed unto us and our children forever and ever, that we might know what's written in his law. Just to paraphrase. All right, so yeah, man. Sick, man. Get let off the tip.
Says, before whom the host of angels stand with trembling.
See? So the host of angels, that's heaven right there. All right? The key word there being host. The word host goes into armies. So this is dealing with the most dreadful angels. Which, by the way, if you were to see an angel in his natural habitat, a nigga, give up the ghost. Look, because angels, they can blend in and look like you or whatnot. But if you just see an angel, you know, in his, yeah, those high arcing angels that up there with Yahawashi and them, you might disintegrate, man, in fear.
Dust.
But yet, the scriptures say those angels stand in fear.
Right.
They stand trembling before the throne. Hey, and you know what? They actually tremble before Yahawashi as well. Because Yahawashi on the right hand. That's why even when Yahawashi came into the earthly realm, you remember those demons that was scared as hell, man. Because Yahawashi all spirit, man. Just imagine, man. Yahawashi ain't nothing to play with, man. Because he was created by the Most High, like that spirit was engineered by the Most High, man, in which he created everything else, and that's a mystery. But, you know, Yahawashi was out there, you know. He was young, walking around full, white hair, white beard. He was very austere, you know. And the scriptures tell you, scarcely smile. The Lord, he made jokes here and there. And you know, it was funny whenever he did. But ultimately, the disciples, they was afraid of Yahawah.
Revelation 5 and verse 8, it says, when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 4 elders fell down before the Lamb.
See? Fell down before the Lamb, man. And we ought to worship Yahawashi. It tells you that, is that Acts, what it said, and they worshiped him. What is that? Read that again.
Revelation 5 and 8, it says, and when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 4 elders fell down before the Lamb. So guess what? This is John the Baptist having that vision of this taking place in that heavenly realm, man. Why? Because Yahawashi was worthy. Okay, he was the only one that was able to take the book, meaning these scriptures, man. Right? Well, like we was going into earlier, something that's being sealed. Right? So it says, and when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 4 elders fell down before the Lamb, meaning worship, having every one of them harps and golden
Can I say that places us in a very heavy position,
right?
Because he was able to bring understanding over the book, and that caused him to be working. So now the Lord gave us the power to open the book.
That's heavy.
Found on the book.
That's heavy.
See that? So that's going to justify us having rulership.
Oh man, that's heavy.
You're going to be justified you bowing down there. Because something is subtle as being able to expound on it. The scriptures say, what the word of a king is, there's power.
Right.
So somebody bring a riddle in there, and that riddle, you know, they're passing it around, nobody can get it. And one guy break it down. That's everything. Israelites. Die quick. Die very quick.
It says, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints.
Right, yeah.
Matthew 28, verse 16 said, then the 11 disciples went away into Galilee, into a mountain where Yahawashi had appointed them. And when they saw him, They worship him.
They worship him, man. Okay? So right there, that proves that Yahawashi to be worshipped. You remember you had that rebellion spring forth in Israel where guys was coming out on camera, right? Like Sakari and different guys saying that Yahawashi wasn't to be worshipped.
Oh, yeah.
He's
He's
just a
an
brother.
ordinary dude, man.
He's just a brother. You know, our big brother. Fuck out of here, man.
Hey, real quick, since hey, the scriptures, what is that? Hebrews the 10th chapter. A body made for sacrifice, if I'm not mistaken. Then also, when you read Psalm, the 40th chapter, what it's speaking. Matter of fact, when you read John, you brought it out. When you read John, first chapter, I think the 29th verse, John said, "Behold, the Lamb of the Most High, which cometh to take the sins away from the world." So you telling me if Yahawashi was a regular, ordinary guy, why couldn't the sins be laid upon your fucking back? See, and you put yourself upon the cross and you take what Yahawashi took. That's why Hebrews 12 said he was the author and finisher of our faith. But that's an ordinary guy, though. That's an ordinary guy, though. See what I'm saying? Or somebody that had a body that was made for sacrifice, that was fit for sacrifice, and not just any sacrifice, but for the burdens of Israel as a whole, man. But he was an ordinary guy, though.
So, man, Yahawashi had the power to forgive sins. That's in the law. Get that in the Exodus. That's in the law. Yahawashi never play with, man. He's so powerful that he has to that's what the word is here. Yeah. Let me just leave y'all because he's too much. Right. But watch when he come back. Yeah, the Lord was too much. He stirred up so much, man. Yeah. Even when he first touched down as a baby, it aroused the whole army, man. They were looking to kill Yahawashi as a baby. So the Lord he's just here with his word. But guess what? He's going to ask him to come back.
Going back to the brother point one, this about John the first chapter, jump down, it talks about Philip went to Nathaniel.
Right. He said,
He
found
him.
Yeah.
Moses and the prophets.
Yep.
So it was a build up to Yahawashi, man.
Right.
You know?
And that heavy you say,
No.
and that heavy you say, whom the prophets and quoted again.
Moses did right.
Yep. So that's speaking of the law and the prophets.
That's right.
So, like you said, it was a build-up. Everything is a build-up to Yahawashi. That's why when Yahawashi came, he said, "I have not come to destroy the law or the prophets, but to fulfill them."
Right.
You know, that's why when you read, what is that? I don't remember.
St. John.
St. John. Yeah, 7:38, something like that. 7:38. That's why I said, if you believed upon him as the scripture have said, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
What is that?
That's the entire scripture.
That's an entire fucking scripture.
Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah.
I'm going to slack it.
18. Yeah.
18 and 15.
Hey, shit, 28 too, though.
No man shall
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. 28 too.
No man shall redeem it.
Yeah.
That's Yahawashi there. That word redeem. That's Yahawashi. That's Yahawashi.
That's right. He the only one.
Spirit, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah. He the only one that's capable. That's why I say your redemption. He's the only redeemer to bring your redemption, right? That's why when you go into the word, like you said, redemption, it means to what? To buy you back. So Yahawashi is the only one. That's why I said his body that was fit for sacrifice. He's the only one that was capable of buying you back. Buying you back from what? Your transgressions.
Hey, that's why even the Most High said, "Hear ye him."
Man, yes.
Because the Lord created him with the wisdom. That's like this, right? Let's say I'm the boss.
Right.
But my son, I trained him. He know everything I know.
Right.
I'm going to say, you handle it.
Right.
I can actually say you handle
That's
it.
true.
And I can trust him handle it because he's under my tutelage.
He the done.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the done.
When he make a decision, I'm not going to go and say, what was you doing? Why would you do that?
Right, no.
He's entrusted, all right, to have that power, man. That's why he's the king of kings. Matter of fact, let's get that in the law real quick.
This is Exodus chapter 23, and verse 20. It says, "Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way."
Yeah, read that again.
"Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way."
Yeah, what's that talking about? Who is that talking about? Old Testament heads. Niggas that burn too many incense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not gonna make it spiritual, man.
Yeah.
Niggas studying with incense.
Sitting in fucking Indian style and shit.
What's that scripture talking about? Read that again.
Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way.
Right. That angel is dealing with Yahawashi, man. All right? To keep thee in the way. Now I said before thee. That's on all of them. When something is before, hey, what John the Baptist said? He was preferred before me. All right? When something before you, let's say like if you're in rank. If I'm before you, I'm ahead of you. The Lord is before everything, man. Even the planet Earth, even everything.
Right. Once again, John the first chapter.
Right. John the first chapter.
In the beginning.
Yep. And even before this moment, you know, like even before now, this lifetime, Yahawashi already came. Yahawashi is the prototype across the board.
Right. All time.
All time. Yeah.
It says, and to bring thee into the place where I have prepared. Beware of him.
Beware of him. See? You ought to beware of this angel right here. Go ahead.
And obey his voice.
And obey his voice. Go ahead.
Provoke him not.
Provoke not this particular angel. Why did the law talk about this angel? And how he has this power. Don't provoke this angel. Because again, that angel is Yahawashi. Because that word angel goes back, that word goes into messenger. And that links up with Malachi the 3rd chapter, where the Lord said he would send the messenger of the covenant. Where?
It says, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression.
Read it again.
It says, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression.
So this angel has the power to pardon your transgression. Do that sound familiar? Let's get the scripture. Who got that? Go ahead.
And it's Matthew 9 and verse 6. He say, but that ye may know that the Son of Man have power on earth to forgive sin.
Read that again.
Matthew 9 and 6. But that ye may know that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin.
See? So that Son of Man is the same angel that has the power of jurisdiction to pardon sin. And that's who we serve and worship. That was it on that?
So then said he to the sick of apostle, arise, take up thy bed, and go into thy house.
Come on, man. That's spiritual. That's spiritual, right? Rise, take up that mat and go into that house, man. Come on, man. You figured out that. Y'all, let you figured out.
I got one real quick. John 5 and 22, it says, I'm gonna start 21. John 5 and 21, for as the Father raiseth up the dead and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickens whom he will. For the Father judgeth no man, but he committed all judgment unto the Son.
Come on, man. That goes back to the law. Hey, that's not a new idea right there. We just read it in the law, all right? Yahawashi is an ancient spirit, man. And his power can't be, but hey, that's that throne as well. You can't put a cap on the power of Yahawashi outside, of course, but Yahawashi, all right? Bahasham Yahawashi, the Heavenly Father in the name of his Son. Because his Son, he is the representation of that power. Case in point, when Yahawashi returns, that's going to be the Heavenly Father power in Yahawashi. You know? That's why the scripture says kiss the Son. That's equivalent to a gun. That's it. Putting out his hand and saying, kiss my hand out of respect. Right. Because that hand is an extension of me. If I got power over you and I reach out my hand, kiss me, you slap it out the way. Fucked up. Fucked up, man. Now you know. Go ahead.
You're fucked up, though.
That's serious.
I know you've been serious.
If I bring up another nigga come with some bullshit. No, you're
fucked up, don't you? Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Episode 1.
Yeah. Charleston White.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. St. John 5 and 22, for the Father judgeth no man, but he committeth all judgment unto his Son, that all men should honor the Son.
Woo! All men should honor the Son, man. Okay? And that son, then Yahawashi, well, it says, even as they honored the Father, he that honoreth not the Son, honoreth not the Father, which have sent him. Come on, man. Now it's heavy when you go into that maturation. We continue with that legacy. What's that, Luke the 10th chapter? Right? Also, St. John. Matter of fact, come out and do that real quick. If you got to put something, make sure you hold it. St. John 20 and 22. Because just like the Father sent Yahawashi, Yahawashi sent us. Yeah. Just like you're ordered to honor Yahawashi, which in turn you'll be honoring the Father. Right. Well, all of you are to honor the prophets and the words that we bring, which is nothing more than introducing you to Yahawashi, all right, to teach the word. But in doing that, you honor Yahawashi, which ultimately means you honor the Father. But on the flip side, if you come up against the word or the prophets, then that means you have come up against Yahawashi, you have despised the word, which in turn means you despise the Heavenly Father himself. Give me that in Luke 10 and 16 too. All right, come on.
In St. John chapter 20, I'm starting verse 21. Then said Yahawashi to them again, peace be unto you, as my Father hath sent me, even so I send you.
See that? That key word there is peace. Hey, if I say, hey man, peace, you good, you gonna be good. That means somebody else fucked up. If I assure you gonna be all right, that means somebody else gonna be fucked up. You know? So there are certain spirits who the Lord will extend his peace to. And that's in Galatians the 6th chapter 12. Right. All right? Peace and mercy be upon the Israel of the Most High. Well,
and when he had said this, he breathed on them, and saith unto them, receive ye the Holy Ghost.
Woo! That's what we have, man. We're driven by the Holy Ghost. That's right, baby. We're driven by the Holy Spirit.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. That's why we got you. Hey, go ahead.
No, this ain't no such thing coincidence, man.
Come on, man. Child, yeah.
Yeah,
he was driving it, though.
Yeah, he was.
Getting somewhere.
Yeah, he was getting
somewhere. That's where I haven't said driven by the Holy Spirit.
God, it says, whosoever sins ye remit, they are remitted unto them. And whosoever sins ye retain.
You see the authority the Lord gave us? Hey, so, let's say for an example, right? You have somebody come up on a coming board, and we have the moderators, they got that wrench. You know? They laboring, you know, and they kick you out. That's honored in heaven. You can't say, well, hold up, man. You get it, you know, back and forth. You say, well, the hell with it, man. You know, and you go do your own thing outside of what we was teaching, or you offend, right? Well, if we kick you out or excommunicate you, the Lord gonna honor that. Because the Lord not gonna come down off his throne and suspend you. You know what I mean? I'm telling you that as an example. But you know, overall, just the staff will come up and we kick them off the coming board. Matter of fact, give me that real quick. Yeah, that's it. Right, yeah, let's get that. Read this again.
God, it says, whosoever sins ye remit, they are remitted unto them. And whosoever sins ye retain, they are retained.
Right. So the Lord gave that power to the disciples 2,000 years ago, and that actually extends to them. You know, that's why the scripture speaks about that mulberry tree, how the kingdom was like a seed, and it starts off small, but then it branches out to where the birds of the air lies on the branches. That's on display now in this lifetime. Branches is these YouTube channels. This is how we branch out, right? And the fowls of the air, all right, they live, they hear me, settling in,
I got the word retained. Strong C2902. It says, to hold in the hand, to hold fast, i.e., not discard or let go. So your sins are not going to be discarded. It's not going to be let go. That's how you're going to eventually play with your life, man, because you haven't had Yahawashi before.
Woo. Hey, read that definition again. Huh?
It says to hold in the hand, to hold fast. It says not discard or let go.
Come on, man. That's that iniquity, generation and generation. Well,
It says
versus you know, the true believers, right? And the elect. Let's just lay it out like that. Psalms 32, where it speaks about their sins not being imputed unto them.
Blessed is the man.
Right, blessed is the man. That's what we fight for, man. Right? Pardon. We read that in the law. And there's one power that can pardon you. So if you don't love this power, and it's bigger than just pacing back and forth in the house, I love you, Yahawashi. No. To love Yahawashi means embrace the doctrine of the fullness. To eat the whole roll. Yahawashi the roll. Hey, when you go out to the roll, that's Yahawashi. You don't prove that because Yahawashi made the statement, he that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood. That's the same metaphor, but with different words. So you have to digest Yahawashi. You can't be offended. Matthew 11 chapter. You can't be offended in Yahawashi. Blessed is he who is not offended in me. Blessed is he who sin is not upon him. And sin is not upon him.
it says to continue to hold, to retain. It says of death continue to hold one.
Woo! Yeah, so you can't escape from that under that shadow of death. And the Lord gave us the authority to retain that unto you, man, the spirit. All right? And it's not like that's what we do. We on a quest. Go around. You're not going to make it. No. Hey, you tripping.
Knocking on the door. Gonna come to the door. You're not gonna make it.
Guaranteed. That goes, like I mentioned in the spirit, those instances where people come in and we cast them out. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. You got it?
Book of St. Matthew 22, and I started verse 11. And when the king came to see the guests, he saw that old man, and his head not on a red garment.
Right, and that wedding garment, then your covenant. All right? Matter of fact, give me that in 2nd Ezra 16 toward the end, right? You can get that one. Go ahead and get that one.
Book of 2nd Ezra 16. Start at 7 and 7. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquity, like as a field is covered with bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. It is left undressed.
See, it is left undressed. Right, Joel?
And is cast into the fire to be consumed.
See, and it's a play on words. Because let's say if you don't labor and clean up your vineyard, it's undressed.
Right.
And that's equivalent to being naked.
Right.
You see that?
Right.
So the Lord has dressed this vineyard.
Right.
Matter of fact, give me real quick Ecclesiastes 27 and 6 real quick. Because how do you know if you're dressed or not? Through your doctrine. So by us having the word of Yahawashi, we dressed. That's that armor. All right?
That's it.
The whole armor.
Right.
The mark. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the mark in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter.
Right.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 27 and verse 6. The fruit declared if the tree have been dressed.
Yeah, see that? the fruit declared if the tree have been dressed.
Right.
That's poetry, man. That's a dark saying for this information going forth and how it covers us. And this is the fruit. See, this fruit declare that we dressed. Read that again.
The fruit declares if the tree have been dressed.
Yep, go ahead.
So is the utterance.
See, so is the utterance, go ahead.
Of a conceit in the heart of man.
See? So what you present, right, is your fruit. And it declares if that tree is dressed with it. So that's why the scripture, you got to read something?
Yeah, it's Zephaniah 1:8. He said, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such are clothed in strange apparel.
Woo! And those are clothed with strange apparel, man. And that goes into whatever doctrine you subscribe to. So when those death angels descend, which they already been loosed, all right? But they're going to pass over, right? Those who have that cover, that mark, that blood. Yep. Hey, our garment's really blood. The blood of Yahawashi. It is bloody garment, the bloody garment of Yahawashi. Which is really white and pure. Because his blood is pure. Right. Spotless, without blemish, black. We have been washed in the blood. That's what I say. Yeah. Washed in the blood of Yahawashi, baby. And that goes into this information. That's why you really hear that saying, brainwashed. Yeah, we brainwashed. Right. In the blood, that blood over our doorpost. That's what I just want to say. When you go back, what's that? Exodus, that's right. You go back, you know what I'm saying? When the death angel showed up, which is Yahawashi, what happened, man? The blood was on their doorpost, man. And he had, like you said, passed over. And that's happening now. That's what happening now. Like you said, the Yahawah. Yeah, the Yahawah. When the famine comes and you eat, that means that blood covered you and you passed over, man. The death angel passed over. Anyway, you got this truth on your mind, man. That doorpost represents your mind. You know, that blood, that's your Yahawashi's blood. So you got this truth on your doorpost, the truth on your mind. Right. Yep, the inner man has been cleared. Yep, the inner cup, yep, for the master's use. Because if the cup dirty, I don't need that. Yeah. Okay, I shine and look on the outside. Yeah. Master can't use it. But the cup being cleared inside down, right, for the master's use. And when in the world they call it a dressed up garbage can. A polished up garbage can. Yeah. And that's what these niggas is, like pastors and shit. Yeah, man. You can smell the faint smell of bacon on the nigga. Real talk. When he got on, you know, I don't see the goddamn got some gators. Yeah, Steve Harvey suit. Yeah, exactly. Steve Harvey did. Right. Niggas just I hate that Steve Harvey suit. That's dope. If you come up, you got something that's hilarious. Yeah. And you go, camera turn that way. Yeah, come back and put the cover back on. Yep, come on.
St. Matthew, chapter 22, and verse 11. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment.
He was not dressed. He says, man, the fruit declared he is dressed. So we have the ability not to see dressed in that. We can actually say, you naked, bro. You naked, because you are your fruit declared that particular tree is not dressed. Well,
and he said unto him, friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment?
Right. Hey, because this is a prestigious, if you will, gathering. You're amongst the prophets of old. You don't know who you by, man. You see Joel in the gathering. Those great men, right? Then how you get in here then? Like Charleston White couldn't stand amongst us, man. Hey, watch this. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Watch this guy. He's like foreign identity, man. Real talk. Look at that. Right. Say you love the Lord. This nigga walking like this You finna beat him. These devils, they got that type of technology. Up in the incubator. Right. And you in the virtual, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is a crazy place, man. And scripture tell you how the heart and the mind. say you can hide from this devil, man. That's why when you look at your phone, they already know where you've been, and shit like that, man. Yeah, go ahead.
God, he says, and he said unto him, friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wet garment?
Right, and that's the knowledge, which covers you. Yeah, you know, you have a certain meeting or gathering, and everybody got down in uniform, and you're in there with another uniform. You're like, what you doing in here, bro? Because really, it's only two different uniforms, right? You under the matter of fact, let's get that. What's that? Isaiah. Is that Isaiah the 30th chapter? Yeah, let's get that real quick. Right, yeah, it's two different, yeah, it's only two, it's two opposing forces. All right?
Let's look at Isaiah 30 and verse 1. He said, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
But they cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. So they don't have the covering of Yahawashi, that Yahawah, right? All right? So they got on a different uniform, right? Which is heavy when you go into that word Yahawah, when you go deep into that word, it takes you back to signature. Like, you know, like a signature somewhere. Matter of fact, let's click on it. Because that was like a tedious, you know, I kind of went into a tedious digging into it, man. When you dig all the way into it, that mark goes to like the signature, which a signature is a discern. You know, like your signature. Your signature itself is a discern. That's how you discern. That's why they want to see your signature. And that really goes to that name, what's that, Revelation 14? That name written in their forehead. Right. Yeah. But then you have some brothers, you know, they're going to the DNA. That's why you got to be careful. Because you get a little too deep. The name is, the DNA, the name is, they got the strands. It looked like a Hebrew character. Just follow the spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the guys are rich, man. You got the thumbnail, you got the strand, and you got Yahawah right there. Oh, you see that? You see that? Matter of fact, look that up. Yeah, let's go.
That word mark, Strong's H, it's like 8420, the Y, it says mark as a sign of exemption from judgment.
Right, a sign of exemption from judgment, okay? And this thing is going to be so heavy, you know, the drama is going to be so emphatic, right? To where you have to be exempt, you have to be clear, you know? Nobody got control of that. That's why we feel open. Well,
it says a mark by implication, a signature.
See, a what?
A signature.
A signature, man. Hey, for an example, let's say you have two teams playing football. The Philadelphia Eagles, they got a signature mark to distinguish them from the Giants. That signature mark is, you know, the eagle or whatever. The Giants' signature mark is, you know, whatever it might be. So when those death angels is dispatched, which they already are, they have been loosed. They read the spirits, and if your spirit don't have that Yahawah, that signature, and I'm gonna say something, like the whole like the DNA thing, it's cool. I mean, it's like, hey, knocking it, it can be, you can very well be owned or something with that. But we don't have to go that deep. We gotta go that deep. You go to the definition, and you can make sense of it through your reasoning. All right, because all the works of the Lord is really set here for example. That's why Yahawashi will often use tangible things like we always do. The fig tree, right? The foul weather to bring home a spiritual point. So the Lord left us things to consider, like I just mentioned. And that'll bring it up there. Okay, we got to go all deep. Bring the phone up to the camera. You see that camera? Oh, yeah, 8. Yeah. Hebrew. Why is 8?
I got a piece of Isaiah 49:15. Can a woman forget her suckling child that should not have compassion? That she should not have compassion on her son of her womb?
Right.
Yeah, they may forget.
Yeah, they may forget. And that proves that this is a living document. Because as time has progressed, these women out here, they actually forget about their children. Especially the black women, man. There's so many stories of the black bitch leaving her baby in the car while she get her nails done. The bitch forgot about the baby in there, man.
Yeah, man.
The bitch on the phone waiting her turn to get her fucking nails done. And so she'll forget that baby, right? But the Lord said he didn't forget her. Read that again.
It says, can a woman forget her suckling child? That she should have, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb.
Well,
Yeah, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee.
see, the Lord said he would not forget us, man. In that signature, that mark, is so important. That's going to remind the Lord of the mercy, man. All right? That he showed us via Yahawashi. And pretty much Yahawashi and having this information, the word, right? That's that signature. And that's going to clear us, man. Lord willing, we number the months that help. See, that's our desire. We no longer have the desires to be super rap stars and damn football players and doctors and whatever you might have aspired to be. Our desire now has been shifted toward receiving the mercy of Yahawashi. That's our earnest desire. See? Come on, man. Just say the Lord allows that, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Think about the Lord grant us that, man. You know what that involves? You know what that includes? Damn.
Holy crown.
Come on, man. Crowns, man.
And then he, like we always said, these crowns right here won't be taken off.
Yeah. Incorruptible.
That big gonna tilt. We're gonna lean so
Man,
hard.
bad crown.
It ain't gonna fall off.
Hey, we're gonna have some bad crowns,
Have
bro.
a bad crown. Gonna rock that thing. You know what I mean? Rock that thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? It ain't gonna fall off.
Hey, we're gonna have those scepters. If that's the light being thrown,
Right.
scepters.
Right.
This place here, man. This is a kingdom. Come on, man. Look at the rulers. They don't even show themselves. They hide, you know. Yeah, you got it.
It shows you that this is a low level rulership. Because we knew Nebuchadnezzar made sure he was the guy. Pharaoh, you know, these niggas is in the cut. They put buttons on to let you know they out. Niggas feel like a nigga putting up the front. It's 100, but really it's
Yeah. Goddamn.
Kodak.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Got that work.
Yep.
That work. Putting on the front, putting on the facade, man. That's why they call them the shadow government
Right.
of America. You know what I'm saying? They behind the scenes.
Right. You can't get your hand on the shadow.
No, you can't. That's another thing. You're right. You can't get your hand on it.
Yeah. They can't get this motherfucking man, you know, bro.
And
And it's hiding behind something. You gotta.
No, that reminds you of the Wizard of Oz, man. You know, this motherfucker big, talking all that shit, big bad, he got the lights, the boisterous voice, motherfucking wall fell. This little puny ass, you know what I'm saying? This little motherfucking 3-foot Edomite, this troll, you know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, man.
Oh, what's the Rawchaa nigga? You look like Barnes.
Yeah, that we talking about.
Mr. Barnes?
Mr. Barnes. Oh, goddamn Homer Simpson. He look just like him, man.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, exactly. You're right.
And that's an example of high.
Exactly.
Right? Why you just come out and just show you that? You put it in the cartoon.
George Burns.
That's why scripture emphasized the wicked being revealed. Them
Right.
niggas actually, hey man, like you saw like them dudes heavy too, man.
Yeah.
Like them motherfuckers go back. That's Kingdom, man.
Yeah.
Kingdom folk, man.
Ain't sneeze on East
Yeah,
Side.
no, them were two. Them were part of
Real.
the two parties, man.
Ain't
What
nobody.
was that? Yeah, that's Kane folks.
Yeah, that came from.
Yeah, that kind of dramatizes it a little more, man. When you look at it like that, right? That's Kingdom people.
Yeah.
You know, murderers, niggas like the kid, you know what I'm saying?
Real talk. And this this is a crazy dude, man.
Yeah, crazy motherfucker.
Man, this is a crazy motherfucker. I'm talking about a mad scientist, man. This guy here, man. I'm talking about beyond our wildest imagination.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
This dude, because think about it. He, what the scripture said, I create light, I create I form darkness,
Right.
I create evil, I the Lord do all these things. Think about, man, how treacherous Yahawashi is, man. Right? But his left hand, he made his left hand to please him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like a horror story. You know what I'm saying? Or just like a horror flick. Or just a #1 bloodshedder, man. The Most High created this man to do this for him, man.
Blood is nothing inside. To me,
That's it. That's it.
yeah, he was built for the job. Like,
Come.
Yeah.
For the job. That's it.
yeah, the Lord created. He saw the caveat. You had to be a bloodthirsty motherfucker to carry out the slave trade. You know, to take a baby and throw him into alligator mouth. You had to be a crazy. You had to be wired like that.
That's it. It's true. You know, to perform acts like that, man, like you said, to take a newborn baby and feed him to a cater, right? You know, to sit to sit there and take a pregnant woman, man,
Right.
and cut her fucking stomach from her fucking sternum all the way down. You know what I mean? To her parts and shit. To where you can literally take the baby out of this woman's stomach, man.
Let the dogs open up and pray.
Yeah, exactly.
That's in the record.
They get that C-section shit.
They got them. They got those images where they got the natives, so-called natives, where they hung them. They have a fire kindling.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Motherfuckers
Yeah.
sit there. Oh, this nigga cooking for Columbus. Y'all about to celebrate this nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that song, the 50th chapter?
Yeah,
You can set it with a thief.
yeah, exactly.
All right? Now, you about to celebrate this motherfucker. Well, when you read into his memoirs, he said he couldn't put his sword down for 1 hour. He killed up to 1 million natives a year. He did a four-year campaign.
Right.
And there was another guy. What's this guy? He went alone on the trip. He wrote his own memoir. What was it? Yeah, I think it's him. Yeah, he said he got sick, man.
Yeah.
He always was throwing up and shit. They was hacking off the noses of the natives and shit. Little 12-year-old, little 8-year-old little children. He hacked, and they was hacking off. They started off hacking off their limbs when they didn't meet a certain quota.
Right.
They had already seized all the fucking gold. But then, if they didn't meet the quota, they'll cut their head off. But then they just start cutting off their heads and lips and shit just to test the sharpness of their blade, man, the integrity of their blade. Wow. But hold up, you have to be wired a certain way to do that. So that's that left hand.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, yeah.
He actually divided it, structured it down. They got names and shit now. You got
No. Just add to what you said. Add to what you said. Away.
No.
Give me the milk. Okay, good. That's you up. I'm trying to tell you. Got a head on real. That's what I'm talking to, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking to that, man. All right, bro. Yeah, come on.
So chapter 8 and verse 16, strive not with the angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place. For blood is as nothing in his sight.
Right, blood is nothing in his sight, man. That's the so-called white man. Matter of fact, read that again.
It says, strive not with the angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place. For blood is as nothing in his sight.
Right, for an example, horror movies. You never heard that for such a age, man, until you was under this man's watch. You know? Because see, now we do things through that broad scope. See, for now people who haven't been God with the Holy Spirit for eyes to see. This is your be all end all. You think that horror movie is normal. You've been desensitized to it. But we see it as, oh, that's the bloody man. Why part of your entertainment is blood splattered all over the wall? You know, or got that, you know, a vampire. All right? Not to mention your diet. If you was to ask the average white boy, how do he like his steak? He's gonna say medium rare. And a lot of you jakes like that too now. Because like we've been going into, you follow after Esau. That's gonna prove to be your condemnation. But yeah, this is
It's like they got blue rare now.
oh wow.
What's it? Bloody.
Wow.
2 minutes on each side.
Yeah.
Blue rare.
Yeah, I had a conversation, man, with a guy I used to work with, and he used to be a chef in his other job, and I still maybe asked him, I said, yeah, how you like your, I was like, yeah, how you like your meat, you know, because I was kind of trying to fill him out because he kind of came off like a chicken or something, you know, I'm trying to see, but which he still could have been a chicken, but he went into, now he liked the rap, but he went into that, the two sides, like he just put it on that little, because he was an actual chef, then flip it, man. I was like, why, man? He said it gives it its flavor. So I was like, hold up, what about all these spices? You know, you got salty. As far as going, I was kind of going against my principles. I was kind of cutting him, man. But there was a trick point. He was like, oh, because it don't justify that. Yeah, it don't justify your love. You got things to suffice that, but you got to be the devil, man. Because like hey, you got spices, salt, pepper, seasoning. So I don't want to hear that flavor shit. It's only flavorable to a beast.
That's true.
Let's go ahead.
Hey, motherfucker did hit me off with that right there. Because, you know, I don't know where I was at, but I kept sending this shit back.
Okay.
I know, bro. That's not cooked, bro. Damn, I said, well.
You gotta say that well.
Yeah, you gotta emphasize it. No pink at all. So I went to a restaurant and they do flame broiled meat. And I told them to send it a second time. And they laughed at the score. They made fun of me, laughed at me, scoring. And I stood up there like a light pole. I ain't crack a smile. I'm like, yeah, bro, I said run it through there again, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't crack a smile, man. That motherfucker ran a bit back through there, fixed the food when it was coming out. Everybody, I don't know, laugh. Here we go, that motherfucker said what he said, he go a number burnt or some shit. Yeah. I was like, that's all right, bro. I was laughing with him. I said, that's all right, bro. That's all right, bitch ain't no worms. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. You shouldn't want that shit like that.
Yeah, man.
But that's an example of the bloody man. If you're looking for the terrible evidence to tie this man into the prophecy, the sayings of Yahawashi, we giving them to you. Again, his movies, his entertainment, bloodshed. The way he's eating, his diet.
Yep.
Oh, himself. Yep. His blood so forth.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. His blood so forth.
Yep.
Whenever you show any emotion, the nigga mad, the nigga happy, sad,
that's
blood
it.
so forth.
His skin is translucent.
Right.
And that's it.
So, hey, that's it. Who else you waiting on? And you have a motherfucker out there that actually say Jackson. Can't wait till you have my stuff like this. Oh, that Ronald McDonald. Oh, yeah, just wrong. That nigga wrong.
So I thought he was on something. And I proved he got some people talking. The guy looked at me and I proved to him that they come from Jaffa. I was like, what?
Hey, that guy, you can't really kill him.
Like, damn, bro.
Hey, that's why even the apostle said, you ain't rooted ground, don't even look at the
oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, because we played in the game, man. And he just set up as a detour.
Yeah. Real talk. That's that Apostle Bob talking about gonna have false prophets. Right. Gonna have the real prophets, but it's on you.
Well, that's what's that?
Okay.
The righteous shall be served.
Yep.
Hey, that goes into the parable of Yahawashi. All right, the certain merchant who was seeking out pearls of beauty, right? And when he found, see, that's the key word, that one pearl of great value. That means he possessed discernment, which is a quality, you know, a trait that's most preferred. disciple Yahawashi Rawchaa, the servant. Yeah, the motherfucker, hey, you got a school? Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna drill it into your head. You're gonna come down school every other day. And you're gonna drill it. There's tripods, you know, all over the place. And we're gonna make you get it. No, man. You gotta have discernment to see if this is valuable to you.
Like you said, that's something we can't teach you.
Right. You gotta have an acquired taste.
You gotta have that acquired taste. I can't teach you how to have discernment.
Right. Yeah.
Teach you how to have faith.
You sitting there grin. Let's get that real quick.
God, the book of Psalms, chapter 5, and verse 6. Matter of fact, I started on verse 5. It said, the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Woo! Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
Yeah, the Lord hates workers of iniquity, man. And that begins with Esau, the so-called white man. And it ends with all of you who follow behind him. Because he's the worker of iniquity. You know, the so-called white man conjured up McDonald's, man. All right, or pork as being a delicacy. Oh, adultery. That's the most sought out entity in this fucking society, man. Fucking me and Mrs. Jones shit. All right, a nigga don't feel right unless he's screaming on your woman. Right. Rap music, R&B, motherfucker. If you don't make a song talking about popping another man's work, you ain't gonna be successful. And then the women, they are geared and manufactured to lure you to commit adultery. Yeah. Bitch spend 24 hours in the mirror to go out to get you to lust after when she got a man. And the so-called white man promote it. Because that's how they feel good about themselves. This is a sick place, man.
Yeah.
They driven by it because they so fucked up. They gonna feel good unless 20 dudes whistled out. Go ahead, Hey, Esau, again, the so-called white man, you responsible for that. Come on.
Thou shalt destroy them. It's like thou shalt destroy them that speak decent. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man.
See, the Lord said he will abhor, all right? The Lord will have no dealings with the bloody and deceitful man, all right? Hey, the bloody aspect is obvious. World War I, World War II, the different skirmishes broke out, all right? This man in his pursuit to power, man, you don't want to know what these devils done did, man.
Right.
But the deceptive aspect, what's that? That goes into the misinformation. The reason why you filling out an application that's been black in the motherfucker, in the box, what's your race? Because of the deception of Esau. That nigga didn't come out and tell you that you was the Israelite. And if you even hint towards it, what'd he do? He freeze your account. He demonized you. So that's the bloody and deceitful man. And the Lord is justified, man, in destroying this place and allowing us access to luxury. What scripture said, this is the honor of the faith, to take you in chains, and corral you, and to surely, have you place you under our foot, right? Until Obadiah, the 18th verse, is activated.
That's what the scripture say what happened in prison. We're going to come back and
Visit them,
yeah.
Many days.
Exactly.
And guess what? You fucking devils who don't acknowledge the high holy days, you're going to acknowledge the Sabbath, the Shabbat. They're going to be waiting on that, man. Diligently, man. But,
Sirach 27 and it's like 8 and 16, strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place. For blood is as nothing in his sight.
Right, and that even go back to Cain. Remember him and
Abel.
yeah, that was in a solitary place.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. He killed him, man.
Humble, too.
Right. Well, now in this lifetime, you cleave to Esau, you join forces with him. That means you in the car with him, pretty much. You ride with him.
Right.
Okay? Then hey, you know what? You good as dead. All of you out there who trust in the so-called white man, you're going to share the same fate as this devil. All right, come on.
It says, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee.
And that help is Yahawashi. But what's the point, though? His blood is at nothing in his sight. He just moved it through spirit, you know, through the obvious, all right? The way he eat his food, his entertainment, it all revolves around blood. Even the way he looked. Scripture say violence covering him. So that's that red that you see forth. Which that color red is spiritual. It serves as a warning. You know? And I saw this, the light turned red. It serves as a warning, and it means really to proceed with caution. That's why if the natives would have do what we know now, they would say, oh, that's the red man, which is certain over here. Then you had a lot of infiltration interviews, right? You had a lot of infiltration, you had a lot of them beside you, just like today. Because remember, the so-called white man, and one of his qualities, if you will, is deception. Yeah. And then he was deceiving them with those smooth words. Let me tell you how his words were smoother than butter, thick as oil. So he was coming with, we present ourselves as fuckers, man. As harmless, you know, they was coming with all that bullshit, and they was going for it. That means they was sitting back. Yeah, man. I couldn't even tell what was it, you know. That was ice transition. Yeah. But they were sending back reports to the Queen and King that we can take these people. All right, go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 6. It says, therefore as I live, saith the Lord power,
Right.
I will prepare thee unto blood.
Right, so the Lord says he's going to prepare thee unto blood. Look, be in that time where the preparation, everything was ready now. When the Lord has prepared, it's already ready. What's that? Ezekiel, is that Ezekiel 2? It speaks about it waited for thee to watch. 7, right? How the end watches for thee. So that means it's already prepared. It's waiting on you to get there. So the Lord has prepared judgment for Esau. Well,
it says, and blood shall pursue thee.
Right, and blood is pursuing these devils. All right, which that blood pursuing him really translates to justice being on his head. And Esau is running from his destiny. That's why he won't come out and say he's king, because that burden is just too much to bear. It's that Genesis 4 chapter, right? Well,
it says, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue.
See, blood is on his heels, man, justice. But the point there is he hasn't hated blood. So this is fit, all right? Yahawashi ordaining destruction. Because that's what the so-called white man is all about. He loves it. So, hey, this is an act of justice. Since you didn't shy away from it, since you didn't hate blood, since you didn't hate destruction and thievery and fraud and every other negative connotation that falls under the banner of wickedness, the Lord is going to visit you with those very things. And that's why the brother read it earlier. Psalm 89, with justice and judgment is the habitation of Christ.
And from verse 31, he said, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For turning away of the simple.
Right. And that's actually going into these Israelites who have rejected the word. But hey, you can apply that to anybody under the watch of Esau, including Esau, because Esau pushed something different. But when you read this right here, what we're going into, what the brother read right there, that goes into those who rejected wisdom. All right? And they took the scripture out, they poured away the soul. So the turning away of the simple shall slay them. And the Lord gonna give you over to your own devices, man. All right? Since you trust, for example, since you trusted, that's also Isaiah 30. Since they trust in the shadow, they're gonna be to that shame. So what you trust in, the Lord gonna give you over to that. All right, since your career was what you laid your, your head on, yeah, okay. Let that save. All right, or your money or whatever. Your belief system. That was it on that? Come on.
He say, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
Right, and that evil man Esau. In the time of evil, Proverbs the 2nd chapter, deliver me from the evil man. And because, for an example, the famine gonna be manufactured. That's why you got BG on the scene, man. He's fulfilling his life. His heaven, man. Like I said, that's Cain and them folks. Yeah, there ain't nobody that just saw it. Yeah, he's playing a heavy role in Christ. All right, come on.
It's just going back to the justice of the Lord. Revelation 16:6. For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets.
Right, that's Esau. Hey, the so-called white man gets off on the blood of Israel. Real talk. You know, we have been somewhat afraid to this devil, man. Hey, because when I say he gets off on our blood, on our demise, our misfortunes and shortcomings, you know, prove that these well thought out legislations and laws and shit, to keep Jake behind the 8 ball, they get off on that shit, man. Seeing Jake fucked up. All right, and that's just a small sample size, but the blood shed, man, we'll be here all night going into it. All right, the hanging, the castration. Right, we'll be there, man. The blood of the saints, that's right there, that's a portrait. That's a moment in time captured. That happened. The Lord allowed us, we can capture that moment in time and hold it as evidence against you fucking devils. Yeah, discover that sin, that's it. What was this session? Don't be hearing it.
It says, but they have shed the blood of saints and prophets.
Woo!
And now
What can I say? That go all the way to the Roman Empire, ancient Roman Empire, the Greco-Roman Empire, the ancient Greece. Whenever the so-called white man had the opportunity, what's that? Read back to the 12th chapter, never put down any. When he said, yeah. Matter of fact, you will not be satisfied with blood. Yep, go ahead.
God, it says, but thou hast shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy.
See, that's the Lord going to give them blood to drink. So they are worthy. They're going to earn the judgment that the Lord has prepared. And that's the ultimate act of justice. You know? So that's really digesting, you know, what you put out. That really goes to that drink the cup now. It's time to drink. Yeah. So yeah, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahawah, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash.
Double underside teachers, the head apostles, the elders, the great millstone. Shalom to the fellow neighbors out there. As always, believe to the best time. Shalom.
Shalom, PTA, above, soon.
Very soon.
Very
Americans. You play dollar heads.
Wells Fargo.
Oh, no, I'm here.